What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Criminal. This is episode number 70. I can't believe we're at episode 70 already. It's crazy. But we are flying right now with Forest. We're top of the Premier League. We're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We've got one foot in the quarterfinals of the Carabao of the Europa League, sorry. And as we look at there, Brennan Johnson, the assist leader in that competition, 5 games, 5 assists. I think he's also got, I want to say, 6 goals, maybe. He's been flying right now. As we look at the calendar for today, we see off March. We're coming to the back end of the 25-26 season, and we are for sure competing on 3 fronts. You'll see us play 3 competitions today, just like our last episode. Leeds in the FA Cup, Marseille in the Europa League, and then Southampton in the Premier League as well. We're sat top at the moment right now. Leeds are in 11th. They're on 33 points. They are the side that we face in the FA Cup quarterfinals. They drew their last game with Everton 2-2, so a bit of a stagnated season for the Ellen Road side. Not too much to sing about. And well, I mean, we've had some cracking games with Leeds in the past over this career mode. Maxime Lopez scoring the winner on debut in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg here at Ellen Road. We won 4-3. He scored an injury time winner on his debut. They then went on to beat us at the City Ground to knock us out of the semi-finals and book their place in the final, where they actually won the competition as well. So fair play to them. Maxime Lopez, I think, scored again in it. I think it might have even been a 4-3 win again. I think it was last season here. We had a thrilling game and won that one as well. We've had some cracking games with Leeds over the last 4 seasons. And of course, one I want to forget is they beat us 7-1 at the City Ground last season. So that's still fresh in our minds. And yeah, we look to book our place in the FA Cup semi-final. A trip to Wembley once again. We've had at least one trip to Wembley every season so far. Can we make it 4 in a row? We go with the rotated side as we always do, although it's still strong. Our rotated side is a strong side nonetheless, and I still feel confident with it. Leeds playing a very strong side though, and Jack Butland forced into a couple of saves early on. One of them forcing the ball it just squeaked past the post. That was a very tight one. Before Nathan Noble would get our first chance of the game, the Youth Academy graduate could not convert though. And then with 5 minutes to go before half time, a corner comes in. It's headed away, and Greenwood, he's sort of dawdling on the ball a little bit. He gets robbed of possession, and Leeds clinically make us pay for that mistake. You can't afford to make mistakes like that. And the hosts lead 1-0. And just before half time, so just a minute or so later, Jacob Ramsey, I thought he levelled for us here. Lovely through ball. But the English attacker, his shot loops just over the bar, achingly over the bar, this one. And we would go into the break 1-0 down. Well, 6 minutes into the second half, Harry Winks, now playing for Leeds, would link up, and they would have a great chance. Moussa Dembele, the former Lyon striker, sees his shot go just wide. And we had to perk up our ideas. 15 minutes to go. Noble would try and find his strike partner Isak, but the pass gets blocked. Noble would then get onto his own rebound, but his shot goes over. 12 minutes to go. Aidan Smith, the right back, he intercepts the ball, finds Nico Williams, the substitute, who finds Alexander Isak. Come on, great finish from the Swede. We are back in this one. 10 minutes to go, 1-1. Can we find a late winner potentially? Well, in injury time, it would be Leeds who would be pushing for that winner. Cross comes in though, and it is cleared away. And for the second FA Cup game in a row, we are heading to extra time. We beat Chelsea in 120 minutes. We require 120 minutes at least here at Ellen Road. Well, Baumgartner would find Marcus Edwards, the former Sporting and Tottenham player, and he would find Sam Greenwood, the Leeds Academy graduate, with a really nice finish here actually, and Leeds for the second time in this game at lead 2-1. We were pushing for the equaliser. Poor pass here from Nico Williams. Not really sure why it didn't go to the striker. And then he intercepts the ball here. I didn't press anything, and he just makes this weird touch. Not really sure what was going on there. Simakan then gets robbed of the ball, and Leeds would just score. And when that one went in, I just thought, sometimes when you play those games and you can just tell things aren't going to go your way. Those 3 pieces of play that led up to that goal were just infuriating. Nothing that I could have done about the game. And sometimes it just be like that. And it was summed up here 5 minutes ago, in the 116th minute. Leeds make it four with a shot going just straight at Jack Butland, but it somehow goes through his legs. And Tyler Adams' goal goes in, and Leeds would knock us out of the cup. So this great rivalry has another twist to its tail. Leeds through to the FA Cup semi-finals. We are out, no trip to Wembley this season for Nottingham Forest, but despite that, I still think there are good things on the cards. We're top of the Premier League, we're competing in Europe. There's still a chance that we bring home a piece of silverware to the City Ground at the end of the season. As you see there, we would have faced Newcastle in the FA Cup semi-final, Arsenal playing Leeds in the other one. So definitely would have fancied our chances against any team, to be honest. But alas, it wasn't meant to be. Leeds knock us out of a cup competition once again. We move on to the Europe now, and Marseille in the second leg of our last 16 tied with the French side. We beat them 3-1 just a week ago at the Velodrome. Can we see this game out and book our place in the quarterfinals of the Europa League? When we were in Europe last year in the Champions League, we reached the quarterfinals before getting knocked out. So hopefully we can go one step further today. We've named a strong side after rotating for the FA Cup game at Leeds. It is our strongest 11, our starting 11, and I back these boys to see us through to the quarterfinals. Marseille, I think they make a couple of changes. Patrick Bamford, another former Premier League player in this team, he comes in along with Adama Traore, Connor Cody as well at the back. So plenty of ex-Premier League in this team. They will know what they're doing. Well, I say they will know what they're doing. 5 minutes in, Adama Traore, one of those players who had come in, gets his marching orders. He's straight back down the tunnel. He receives a straight red card. This just made no sense to me. 5 minutes into a game when you're 2-0 down on a tie, in the tie, you just lash out. He was never going to win the ball. And just like the game in the first leg, there's a red card, but this time it goes in our favour, and it's Marseille who are down to 10 men. And we would make that numerical advantage count quite early on. Brennan Johnson with a nice finish in off the post. The Welshman gets his 5th goal of the game to go along with his 5 assists. Great return from him. And then he would have a great chance here. Actually, 12 minutes in, his shot is well saved. Good chance to give us a 5-1 lead on aggregate in this one. Pau Torres, though, saves the former Spurs man, although he didn't really get his Spurs career up and going. Taiwo Awoniyi would make it 2-0, though. From Torres's kick out, it doesn't really go too far, and we managed to win the ball, recycle it, and Brennan finds Taiwo, those two linking up for the umpteenth time. And Taiwo makes it 2-0, and surely we are through in this tie. Taiwo missed a golden opportunity, actually, to make it 3-0 and get his second of the game before he would find his shot saved again, before Nico Williams, the Spaniard, makes it. I think that's 3 episodes in a row he scored now, and I want to say 4 in 6, maybe. He's been class, Nico Williams, recently. Really sort of finding his shooting boots. He makes it 3-0 before Taiwo would get his second of the game and our 4th. And we lead 7-1 on aggregate. And we are through. We will be through to the quarterfinals, which we love to see. Benjamin Farmer coming on for Nico Williams. With the tie done, Calvin Phillips also coming on for Ryan Yates. We want to make some changes with the Southampton game coming up on the weekend. Marseille would try and show a bit of heart, play for a bit of pride. And after John Stones actually intercepts the ball really well here, he then gives it away. And Marseille would grab their goal and continue this really poor run we are of keeping clean sheets. We haven't kept a clean sheet in, I want to say, probably about 4 or 5 episodes. It's a real shame. Luckily, we're scoring the goals, but we haven't got that solid defensive stability that we had at the start of the season. And from a free kick, actually, Marseille would grab a second goal of the game, make it 4-2 on the night, 7-3 on aggregate. A lovely free kick finish in off the post. But that would obviously not be enough for the French side, and we would knock them out. We're through to the Europa League quarter-finals. A really, really impressive couple of legs from us. I think we dominated Marseille over 180 minutes. Fully earned our place in the quarters, and now I can't wait to see who we're going to face in the quarters. There are some big sides. As we look here, Rangers knocked out, Celtic knocked out, Leicester knocked out. Atletico Madrid beat Leverkusen in the tie of the round. Napoli are through as well as Sassuolo. So plenty of plenty of big teams in there. I think there's 3 Italian sides in there. And in the quarterfinals, you'll see we'll face Fiorentina. What a tie that will be. A couple of fixtures against the Italian sides. I think they were 2-1 down against Fenerbahce. They lost the first leg 2-1. They won 3-0 in Turkey to turn that one around. Fair play to them. We will face them. You'll see us face them in the next episode in the quarterfinals. But for now, we return to league action. And it's the first league game of the episode and the last game of the episode. Southampton at home. The side who are rock bottom of the Premier League and look like they are heading to the Championship. They are just sat on 11 points, the Saints, with 10 games to go. So it looks like a foregone conclusion for them. But just like when we played Brentford a couple of episodes ago, we hosted them. They were 19th. We drew 3-3. We had to come from 3-1 down to level with the Bees. So it is never it's never as easy as it looks against a low-ranked side. Well, Southampton would prove that point with Sekou Mara with 5 minutes on the clock banging in a worldie for the Saints, and they would get off to a great start. 5 minutes in, Southampton lead 1-0. Kilman coming in with a crunching tackle, finding Brennan Johnson, and Taiwo Awoniyi's shot is saved, and then, well, he couldn't get the rebound. He had an open goal 2 yards out, and for some reason I didn't press shoot. He tried to walk it in, and the keeper gets his hands on it, and somehow it's still 1-0. Taiwo with a leaping header finds Nico Williams, who then finds Johnson, who then finds Taiwo, and the Nigerian would not be denied a second time. That his 29th league goal of the season, and we would go into the break tied at 1-1. Well, Mara would try and bag his second goal of the game in the second half, but Henderson comes up with a great save before Brennan Johnson running down the line. He gets intercepted by Payne, but the ball was given straight to Taiwo Awoniyi, and he's blazed it over. I mean, 2 sitters he's missed, Taiwo. 2 shots where you would have put your house on him scoring. He blazes it over and misses the chance to bag his 30th of the season. And, well, I guess he is human. 2 mistakes, and we are still tied at 1-1. Well, those 3 again, Nico Williams, Brennan Johnson and Taiwo linking up. They have just been phenomenal this game. And it's another assist for Johnson. It's another goal for Taiwo. Now he gets his 30th of the season. And with a left-footed finish, he makes it 2-1. But the Saints weren't giving up there. They were showing a lot of spirit, the South Coast side. And Mara would get his second goal of the game and bring them level. And we're tied Desmond 2-2 in this one. And with 15 minutes to play, it was all up for grabs here at the City Ground. And having drawn against Brentford, having drawn against Man City, were we losing the winning touch at home? Well, Max Kilman would make sure that narrative would not continue. A corner comes in, Awoniyi's header hits the post, but Kilman follows it up and runs the ball into the net. And that is his first goal since coming in from Stade Rennes. Obviously, the former Wolves defender. We brought him in from Liga. He gets his first goal. He's been a staple in this side since coming in. He's been fantastic, and he's rewarded with a goal there. And what looks like it will be the winner. But Southampton, with that character, with that fight, are not giving up just yet. And in injury time, can they create one more chance? Ball comes in. It's not cleared. Mara's header easily saved for Dean Henderson. And that should be that. He clears the ball away. The ref blows full time. It's not pretty. It's not great. It's not how we want to do things, conceding goals. But we do manage to get the 3 points. And when you're at this stage of the season where every point matters and we're battling for a championship, getting the 3 points, that is the critical part here. And yes, we conceded 2, but we scored 3. And that's what's most important. It's another 3 points. We're on an incredible run, by the way. I don't know if anyone remembers the last time we lost. I think we're 13 unbeaten. 12 or 13 unbeaten in all in the league alone. Fantastic run of form as we enter the back end of the season. And this is a season that has so much promise. We're out of both cup competitions, but we are in the Europa League quarterfinals and we are battling for a Premier League title. We have 9 games to go in the league. Can we see the win out? Well, that'll be it for today's episode, episode 70. I hope you're enjoying the series. Drop it a like. Let me know in the comments if you think we can win this league. And I'll see you in episode 71 very soon.